Hey everybody, this is Shane R. Monroe. We're going to be looking at the Kickstarter-backed GripCase for Switch. I'm one of these guys that have really giant hands, and while I do love the Switch, this is a very cramped position for me, the way my hands have to wrap around this thing. And so I've always been on the lookout for something that could compensate for my large hands and still make the Switch very usable. Hopefully something that I could still keep it in the dock while it was protected, so I don't have to keep taking the case on and off to charge it. So I haven't even opened this thing yet. I did trim the flap here so I could get it open, but the box it comes in, it comes from China for the Kickstarter anyway, and the box got a little mangled, as you can see. But I've definitely seen worse packaging. So let's go ahead and open this guy up again. This is my first look at it, so you're getting to see it for the first time, and so am I. What we have here is this, oh, this is very nice. So we've got the case itself in plastic. There's nothing else in the box. Let's get rid of that. And we will de-plastic this thing. For that. Okay, so what we have here is a hard shell case, which is great. I needed a case. Nice rubberized. It's decent quality on the outside. Zipper mechanism. 2 different zippers. That's nice also. I like the little skull things. Not necessary, but cool. And I like the fact that they're Switch Joy-Con colors. Let's go ahead and open this guy up and see the inside. Alright. Oh, look at this. There's a whole cornucopia of goodies in here. So what we have in here, it looks like, is the actual backs in 2 different colors. Right? And then, so I guess these are some sort of replacements. Maybe these are slightly different grips. I don't remember what the deal was with that. Just put those to the side. We have a screen protector accessory, it says, so maybe we get a screen protector with this thing as well. There's a cleaning wipe in here and the sorts of things you would need to clean the screen. And then we have some basic stuff, so we'll take a look at this in just a minute. Alright, let's take a look at the actual unit. Oh, look at this. So we're going to open this guy up. Let me see, is this... Oh, here we go. Alright, so we've got a little nice flap. And here's the thing itself. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Screen protector included. I've already got one, but that's great. And then here it is, the grip itself. Looks quite nice, actually. It's a better quality than I was expecting. So let's take this placeholder guy out. Seems simple enough. Alright. And so it looks like the grips just squeeze and pop out. So if you want to replace this grip with another, with one of the other ones, you can. We'll check out the differences on that in just a minute. Get back in there. Lock and unlock. There we go. Okay. So it's back in there. Alright, so it looks like we have all the necessary ports opened up. The top looks good. They've got, like I said, this is a lot nicer than I was expecting it to be honest with you. These are all recessed. Take a look in here. It's not just basic plastic that you have to mash down on. They're actually cut to fit, which looks great. And again, this feels really good. It feels quality. I mean, it's all flexible, but it feels quality. All right, so let's go ahead and for all the videos that they showed us on the Kickstarter, you just pop it in. And there it is. It's just that simple. There's nothing else to do. All right, so now that we know it, let's take a look at this case real quick before we look at the this thing itself. Looks well protected. You've got some places to put some games here. That's great, like every good case does. And this has an overlapping lip, which is great. You put stuff in here, and then the overlapping lip keeps it from sliding out. So I could probably take this stuff here and stick it in here, and then the overlapping lip kind of keeps it safe. So that's nice. It's a nice case. I mean, this is a $20 case or more, right? If you were to go buy this at Target, just the case alone would set you back a good 20 bones. So let's get the case out of the way so we can concentrate on what's important, and that is the grip itself. So let's take a look. Everything looks well aligned. Charging, everything is just barely lipped over, so it's there. It looks like it's in place. None of the elements are covered. The cooling elements on top. The game cards open. Headphones. These feel like they're put together. We'll turn this guy on here in just a second. We'll figure that out. And yeah, okay. So let's feel how this feels. This feels good. So I'm not sure how I can actually show you this from the back. And as you can see, my big old paws wrap around these things very, very well. So if I flip this like this, I don't know if you can see this or not, but my hands have a nice good grip here. I definitely feel like I could play this longer with this. I feel response on the top and bottom. So let's just go ahead and fire this guy up. We'll check the power. Power pops right on. Got some Volgar going on here. All right, so I've got a good hand on it. It feels very, very comfortable. Now, this is not the case's fault, but you know, this lower analog stick's a real pain in the butt, and it's not going to feel comfortable no matter where your hands are. But yeah, I've got a nice, good grip on this thing, and it feels good. It doesn't feel like my hands are going to start cramping anytime soon. So that's good. Let's check this out. So there's a little bit of unfamiliarity on the top with the buttons. They all respond very well with the trigger and the bumpers. So I don't feel like I'm going to miss anything with that. But they do require a little bit more pull, so that'll take some getting used to. And again, like I said, with the analog down here, if you're going to be playing Skyrim or something, your hand's going to have to drift down here. And it doesn't feel bad. It feels okay. So what I'm curious about here with this, okay, enough of that. What I'm curious with this is if this grip was a little smaller, like this grip, maybe for playing Skyrim or these other games where you have to have sort of the mouse look down here, it might be more comfortable. So let's see, this thing just pops right off. That's what they said, and it does. No problems, no forcing, very comfortable. So let's take this out. Okay, pops out pretty easy. Put this other guy in. Now, I don't know if this is what they were intending us to use this for, but I want to try it out and see how it feels. All right, so let's pop this back in. Quick in and out. I like that. Good. All right. So, no, there's no real difference. I think that's going to have to do with just personal preference. In fact, I don't like that as much. I'm trying to think of how my hand would feel down here, and I don't think it really makes a difference. So I guess sort of the difference you can see here is in terms of how deep that they are. If you have smaller hands, you still want the grip experience, and you would use the smaller ones. Otherwise, I think you're going to want to go ahead and use these. These also have like an index finger hold, or a, I guess it's not an index finger in this case, it's your middle finger that would lay right on there while you're doing the button action. And then over here you don't have that, right? So there's nothing for you to put your finger on. So that might actually be better. In fact, I might keep it this way because I don't have to commit my middle finger to wrapping over the top of this thing. So that's good. I like that. Now, one of the things that I believe we were promised is that this would dock with the case on. And to me, that's like a huge selling point. So I was ill prepared for this. So give me just a moment here. And we'll get my very dusty dust and hair and everything else. Disgusting. But you know, that's the way it is. So I've got my standard Nintendo dock, and we are going to shut this off. Ugh, so dusty. We're going to see, will it go in? It's snug, but look at that. It goes in. And frankly, with how close of a tolerance this thing is, normally, I like that it's a little bit more snug, and I like the fact that I don't have to take the case off. I'll use it a lot more knowing that it's always in there. So that's great. It protects the back from getting all scratched up, right? That's what a lot of people, you can see here on mine, the tracks here on the, I don't know if you can see it really well on the video, but you can see that there's some rub here from where I put it in. Now imagine that on the back of your actual unit, right? So it's not, like I said, it's a snug fit, but it does work. All right, so I could sit here all night and vamp about this thing, but the truth is you've seen everything that's in the box, and we've gone over everything. It's pretty much everything that was promised, which is honestly sort of unique for Kickstarter. I'm not sure where you're going to find one of these retail. Hopefully you were a Kickstarter backer. If not, keep an eye out for, this is called GripCase for Switch, and I did not receive this for free. I paid. I hope you enjoyed this review. Thanks so much for watching.